na yung a day in court ngayon na due process naging a decade in court. So, please correct me now if I exaggerated my joke. Target for, ano ba tawag mo rito? Case disposal rate at 6,000 per year. So, may I know the case load of the Supreme Court? As of the moment, for example.
Approximately 11,000 cases, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Okay, 11,000. Is the target, has the target ever been achieved, Mr. President, 100%?
In 2019, there was a 97% accomplishment rate, Your Honor. Out of the 6,000, there was disposal of 5,792 cases, Your Honor.
Sige.
So that's a very high rate of...
Yes, siguro, at saka yung target siguro na 6,000, talagang with the input of the Supreme Court na to, knowing their processes, that it really also takes time. Ito lang po, Mr. President, sometimes nababasa ko na a case decision promulgated in May, tapos it's just reported in November. O bakit gano'n na? Why such a long time lag, Mr. President? May mga ganyan eh. In a decision promulgated in May 2023, and then na-report lang po sa atin November 2023 na. Ilang May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months po ang delay.
Yes, Your Honor. They acknowledge that sometimes it takes longer than it should. Sa pag-promulgate ho, pag may decision na, although in theory agree na lahat, iniikot pa ho for signing. So parang sa atin, pinipirma po yung committee report. Medyo yun ang ninanais nila na mapabilisan ho.
No, in that report, sir, Mr. President, na promulgated siya May 2023. Ano ibig sabihin ng promulgated? Hindi po ba? It has already secured the majority or the needed number of concurrence?
Yeah. Promulgated means na-agree na. They've all agreed on the decision, Your Honor. But the actual act of routing, the physical act of routing it, and the physical act of signing it, and again transferring it to the next office or official who needs to sign it, that takes some time, so, according to them. Minsan ho, nagdi-dissent naman. So, inaantay nila yung paglabas ho ng dissenting opinion ho.
So, yung parties po na involved, they have not been notified no May. Kunyari, the decision is promulgated in May. There's no notification to the parties in May. Doon na siya. They are also not notified in December when it is released to the public. Ganun po ba yan?
Pag na-promulgate na ho, pwede nang ipaalam sa mga litigants ho. Pero they don't get a copy yet until it is finally, all the opinions have been written, Your Honor, and it's been routed for signatures.
Paano po yung, di ba may mga time to file an MR? Paano? Does it run when they are notified, or does it run sa... No?
It is upon receipt of the hard copy of the decision. So hindi naman ho prejudiced yung litigant by being informed of the promulgation kasi wala pa hong siyang
parang bago po yan, parang may advance notice. Basta for as long as it's fair, everybody is given this advance digital notification siguro, Mr. President. Pero parang bago yan. Dati kasi we are mailed printed copies, and then more or less same time period po natin natatanggap. And then doon nagbibilangan ng the time required to do some things, Mr. President. Well, Mr. President, so lahat ng courts, meron po tayong disposition rate. Is there a desire by the courts, led by the Supreme Court, to increase and improve our disposition rate, Mr. President? Kasi ngayon, nag-hover lang siya sa 39%. Hindi, meron pa ngang 24%. Sharia naman yan. So let's say, lagyan na natin sa 36% to 50%. Hanggang doon lang eh. Ano po ba itong disposition rate? This is off the target?
Of the target ho?
Yes. So the target is even, and the target is if we use the figures from the Supreme Court, the target is 50% of its caseload, Mr. President. I do not know sa RTC kung how they set the target sa RTC and sa CA.
At sa RTC ho, maganda ho ang disposal rate nila. In 2022, they had a disposal rate of 98% out of 238,000 cases. Almost 235,000 were disposed of. And in previous years, 2019, 2020, there was an accomplishment rate of over 100%, 163%, 144%. Ganon din ho sa Metropolitan Trial Courts, Your Honor. 2023 so far, there's a 140% rate as of June. For 2022, there is a 156 accomplishment rate. For 2021, there's 121%. 2019, 28%. Municipal trial courts, 2019, 128%. 2020, 92%. 2022, 146%. And for 2023, 238% as of June, Your Honor. So, there's clearly an effort on the part of the judiciary to dispose of their cases.
Is the percentage based on the target, not on the caseload?
Opo.
Or caseload in the sense na yung pumasok for the year. So, meaning to say, Mr. President, maybe it's about time that we also now increase the target figures for the other courts. Kasi dapat ang isang metric din natin dyan is in and out eh.
Okay ba?
How many new cases were added for a calendar year? Then ima-minus mo dun yung disposed. Therefore, kung positive pa yung figure, nadagdagan pa ang caseload. So every year, pataas na pataas ang caseload.
Yes, they're amenable to that, Your Honor.
There are courts, Mr. President, na there are RTCs na zero backlog. Wow, bilib tayo.
Meron ho.
And what does that mean, Mr. President? Kung zero backlog, is meron pa siyang hinahandle na cases, no? Yun, may live cases pa, trial, etc. Zero backlog means
pero wala siyang delay.
Delayed meaning decided within the reglementary periods. Zero backlog means all their cases were decided within the reglementary periods provided by law. And although may pending cases sila, andun pa rin pasok pa rin siya dun sa reglementary period, which depending on what is the law provides for them to provide or to make a decision, Your Honor.
yung aging of cases po, Mr. President, kailangan may metric din siguro ng Supreme Court. Kasi tama, you have kept the case alive for so long, but when you now submit it for decision, you decide within the period allowed, so everything looks or appears normal. Pasok ka, you are zero backlog court, but then a case has slept before your court for 5 years, 6 years, yun ang pendency. So, is the Supreme Court also looking at the aging of the cases, Mr.
Yes,
President?
Your Honor. They that's the term they also use, yung aging of cases. And
There is already issuance for them to expedite the resolution within 6 months.
the Supreme Court has issued the resolution for them, for all aging cases to be resolved in 6 months, Your Honor.
Ano po ba ang masasabi nating normal pendency of a civil case, of a criminal case? So yung mga kababayan natin, kunyari, kasi ako po siyempre being a politician, kung minsan nagsispeech tayo on the justice system or on the condition of our society. Meron po ako standard joke. Ang standard joke ko na yung a day in court ngayon na due process naging a decade in court. So, please correct me now if I exaggerated my joke. What is the average pendency of a civil case or of a criminal case at the trial level, Mr. President?
Tinatanong niya is from
A criminal case at the trial level, Mr. President.
Tinatanong niya is from appellate. Trial.
Rules on civil procedure already. Tapos meron tayo sa criminal cases, continuous trial guidelines.
Yeah. They're trying to have different innovations for different types of cases, Your Honor. So sa criminal cases, they're trying to do the continuous trial. Dito naman ho sa civil cases, meron daw silang bagong rules on civil procedure. So 6 months na ang pendency of a civil case, Your Honor.
6 months na lang. What's that? From filing and then yes.
Kung susundin daw lahat ng timelines, but many times
yes.
it's off. Sometimes alam naman ho natin to, Your Honor. It's also the litigants
Yes.
who ask for extensions because sometimes the witnesses are not available, or sometimes because of their workload. So, putting those aside, the desired is 6 months, Your
Yes,
Honor.
but there's an ideal now being pushed na, Mr. President. So, that's maganda po yan. Magandang development po yan kasi delay.
Tapos this goes to what you were adverting to earlier regarding yung mga access to justice. Pag small claims ho, pag below 2 million, dapat 1 month tapos na daw ho yun. So that's one. Those are some of the things they're trying to do.
Small claims court. May court naman. Walang lawyer na doon, di ba?
Wala.
So at least po yung may mga aspirations po tayo, and the parameters can be found in writing in the circulars of the Supreme Court.
That's correct.
Okay, understandable naman po yun na hindi naman eksakto, but more or less kung sinabi ng Supreme Court na 6 months is our target at umabot ng 6 years, medyo hindi lang violation of the words of the circular but also of the spirit behind the circular. I mean, sobra-sobra na po yun. But 6 months naging 1 year, debatable pa, baka pwede pa. Pero, opo. So,
That's correct, Your Honor. And it can even be grounds for possible disciplinary action, actually.
so gano'n. Yes, ito po yun. Magandang point po yan. Yun po may mga reklamo sa ating judicial system. Let us say, kasi nga, alam na natin yung mga reklamo, di ba? Delay, abuse, sometimes corruption, or lugi ang mahihirap. Meron ba tayong pwedeng takbuhan na kasi ang Filipino culture, takot tayo magsumbong kasi mababalikan tayo, nabebueltahan tayo. That's why kami nga rito sa Senate, may yung bagong idea ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, yung ONTA. Sa tax naman yon, para kung may reklamo naman sa tax, takbo ka sa isang office na ONTA. Siya ngayon nangaharap, nakatago yung nagre-reklamo. So, like sa pulis ka 2 days ago, tinanong ko naman sila, saan naman tumatakbo ang merong mga reklamo laban sa pulis? Marami, pwedeng diretso sa pulis, pwedeng sa NAPOLCOM, pwedeng sa PLEB. So, in the judiciary, Mr. President, is there already a system sana takbuhan ng taong bayan kung may reklamo tayo related to our judicial system?
Yes, there's a Judicial Integrity Board, Your Honor, composed of retired justices, where complaints against different courts can be brought and lodged, Your Honor.
And more or less, the anonymity of the complainants are preserved, Mr. President?
If needed, yes, Your Honor. And the proceedings are kept secret also, Your Honor.
Is the Judicial Integrity Board accessible to the Integrity Board?
Opo.
Search words. Basta kung search words po, lalabas mo lahat ng contact details.
Nasa Supreme Court website daw.
Opo. Okay. So gano'n na lang po ang So siguro, kung yung taga Mindanao, makakonsulta ng isang abogado o isang knowledgeable people, matutulungan yung may reklamo, magse-search sa online, makikita yung contact number, email address ng Judicial Integrity Board, pwede nang initiate na ngayon yung process of complaining. Opo.
Yes,
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you for that, Mr. President. Okay. Yung pong kaso ni Senator Laila de Lima, pending na ilang taon na yun? Pending na ng 6 years yata to sa Regional Trial Court. Is this normal, Mr. President?
So the two have been disposed of.
6 years, 9 months, Mr. President.
There are, of the 3 cases, 2 have already been disposed of. The one is pending trial, Your Honor.
Siguro tignan na rin po ng Supreme Court yung phenomenon of judges inhibiting from cases. Dapat stricto yun eh. Ang nag-inhibit ka lang hindi dahil sa mainit yung issue kasi dapat judge ka nga eh. I mean, pumasok ka nga sa ganyang job description kasi dapat kaya mo yung mga maiinit na kaso kahit politically loaded. But you will inhibit kung close relative mo yung ang party because baka pagdudahan ka. I think that's the can't the Supreme Court be more strict in this inhibition phenomenon, Mr. President?
Yes, they agree with you, Your Honor. In fact, they're now asking the judges to furnish them with the orders of inhibition. Dati hindi yata kasi. So ngayon, dati wala man lang ano. It was just really a decision made unilaterally, the inhibition. But now, the Supreme Court is now monitoring that phenomenon you're speaking of, Your Honor.
Because it's unfair. It's actually unfair to the parties involved, especially those deprived of liberty. Unfair eh. Medyo, well, at any rate, Mr. President, yung si Dr. Agbayani, for example, was this a case decided with finality by the Supreme Court? Si Dr. Iggy Agbayani, a well-known orthopedic surgeon, yan, who died by heart attack due to heart attack in the Manila City Jail.
Sorry, I'm sorry I had to be updated. I'm not aware of the case. But now, apparently his lawyer failed to file the appropriate pleading in the lower court. So it was sustained at the first appellate level. But the Supreme Court, it was sustained, but the penalty was reduced, Your Honor. So that's the Agbayani case, Your Honor.
If our resource persons and justices are aware of the details, it was reduced to how long?
From 2 years imprisonment to 1 year, Your Honor.
To 1 year. Because I think he has been in the city jail for a couple of months yata, three months. And he was organizing a medical mission kasi talagang grabe ang condition po ng jails natin and our prisons, Mr. President. What is the role of Mr. President, if we can ask the Supreme Court being the highest court, what's the role of the Supreme Court and the other courts in the desire to decongest our jails and our prisons, Mr. President? Manood kayo sa Netflix, meron dun world's toughest prisons. Andun ang mga 2 or 3 Philippine jails nandun. And hindi tayo tough dahil sa tough yung mga prisoners natin. It's the system daw, the system and the living standards which are tough, Mr. President. Not the people incarcerated. Mababait nga sila eh.
Magaling ho sumayaw yung ibang
Correct.
prisoners. But anyway, seriously speaking, Mr. President, on December 6 and 7, it's good that you asked that because there is a National Jail Decongestion Summit spearheaded by the Supreme Court, which is aimed at addressing the overcrowded prison conditions facing persons deprived of liberty, or PDLs, in the country. This is jointly organized with the Department of Interior and Local Government and the Bureau of Jails, or DOJ. DOJ BJMP, Your Honor. So December 6 to 7 ho yun. A National Jail Decongestion Summit ho. Apo.
I hope details yung mga...
Yes, they'll be happy to furnish you. And perhaps you want to send a representative
will come
to
out
attend.
in the summit, details talaga, what to do, things to do, ganon.
Yes, they're looking for specific recommendations for action, Your Honor. And they're also advocating for the imposition of lower bail to the indigent accused. This expedites the release of qualified PDLs and their reintegration into the community. Meron din pong to prioritize, they have given, nabanggit natin yung to dispose of aging cases and also criminal cases, Your Honor. This aids the disposition of cases kung ma-prioritize yung mga ibang criminal cases. And the use of AI to improve operations, they're looking into this also. In the preparation of the TSN or the transcript of some stenographic notes, in digitizing judgments. The Supreme Court has also implemented the following, Your Honor: the launching of the case decongestion program in April 2021, and amendments to the internal rules of the Supreme Court specifically to address concerns of docket congestion, Your Honor.
Is the Supreme Court entertaining the possibility that we may be still detaining people who have served already fully their sentences? Is that a possibility?
Happens, di ba? Nangyayari talaga, di ba? As long as that's known to the court, the directive of the Supreme Court is immediate release of those persons deprived of liberty, Your Honor. But there's anecdotal evidence na, I remember in previous years we discussed this. I'm not sure if it was with Your Honor. Pero yung iba ayaw umalis dahil komportable na ho sila doon at minsan ayaw na talaga nila umalis. So,
As a matter of policy, should we continue to hold or allow the stay in prison of people who should no longer be in prison? Dapat hindi na yata justice, di ba? You're out. You must be out.
yeah, I think although we allow it as perhaps a measure of mercy, but perhaps looking at it from a systemic standpoint, I think that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Is that talagang
They should
dapat
be out.
pakawalan na ho kasi usually he may be his
I-release
presence
ko pa-
there may be prejudicial to
I-release ko po sa Bucor yan, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kasama rin siya sa budget, Mr. President. 70 pesos a day plus
Yes, yes.
congestion.
That's